experienced this firsthand as you came into our Whole Woman program. First of all, just kind of tell where you are now and how your experiences are letting you help others. But what did that feel like in your words when you were really experiencing the battle of substance use disorder?
So where I am now is that, well, first I have 8 years in recovery.
Yay, praise God for that.
And, over the past 8 years, I have definitely learned more about myself than I could have ever imagined. And so today I get to use those struggles that I went through in my active addiction and early on in my recovery to identify with other people, because I can recognize the struggle. I can recognize how the mind and the emotions, they can get all out of whack. And just being able to come alongside that person and say, I understand, and really understand what they're experiencing. And I know sometimes self-disclosure is a bad thing in the field, but I feel like in order for me to make that connection, I have to disclose something so that they can see that I do understand, like on their level, I understand it. Before I found recovery, some of those struggles, there was just a bunch, homelessness, incarceration, abuse, toxic relationships, disconnection from my family, anybody that cared about me, I completely cut them off because that interfered with my addiction, but also I had so much shame and guilt that I didn't want to be in their vicinity.
So that shame and guilt, let's expound on that just a little bit.
Okay.
That shame that you felt, did that prevent you from going further to get help, or did you keep things hidden because of it? How could you speak to someone now that they're struggling and they don't want anybody to know?
That's a very good question, and a very challenging question at that. I think that the shame and guilt definitely kept me from reaching out because I didn't want anybody to know just how bad I was struggling. Yeah. I put on this facade that I've got this when, clearly people see through it. But in my mind, I thought I was fooling people. And it wasn't until I got to my very bottom that I was even capable of asking for help. I had tried to do things, continued to fail. I just could not get it. And I thought that there was something wrong with me. And so whenever I came to Safe Harbor, I began to learn that there was nothing wrong with me, that I just needed help. And I had to be taught how to live life in recovery, which is very challenging. And what I tell people today is it's okay that you're not okay.